Yo guys, I'm also giving away an 𝘿𝘼𝙍𝙀 in Arcane Odyssey. Join my Discord if you want to be part of it. Yo guys, we just dropped all the update details right now and I'm going to be talking about it on this video. So let's get started with the first one, which is the version 19. Diving spots have been enchanted with a surface indication, randomized features and chests based on depth. Players now can easily locate diving spots with an addition of white shading and splashing particle on the ocean surface. Now the diving spots have also been generated with more realistic connections to the sea floor and randomized features like 𝘿𝘼𝙍𝙀 sea urchins that deal damage and poison. Moreover, players can now find chests and diving spots with a number of chests varying based on the depth of the spot, adding a rewarding element to the underwater exploration. However, it's worth noting that the seal chests currently do not have any spawn rate when taken, but this feature is planned to be added in the near future with a 15-minute spawn timer. Now these updates aim to provide a player with more immersive and challenging underwater exploration experience with the opportunity to discover valuable loot and encounter unique underwater features. Now that was a summarized 𝘿19. Now let's move to the next one, which is 𝘿20. Several changes has been made to enhance the underwater exploration experience. Seal chest, now located in diving spots, will respawn every 15 minutes, providing players with more opportunities to collect valuable loot. Additionally, a underwater ambience has been added, creating a more immersive environment as two players dive deeper into the ocean. The visuals of the underwater environment have been slightly changed to further enhance the aesthetics of the underwater world. To improve performance, diving spots that are far away from the player location now unhold on the client side. Looting all chests at diving point will now reward players with XP with the base amount of 20% of a bar and up to 100% in the total if the diving point is located deep in the ocean. Moreover, a new hint and game stat regarding to diving spots will have been added, indicating that these underwater structures are considered finished, but will continue to receive additional features and updates such as hostile jellyfish, ocean regen spawns, and more variants in structures before the final update releases. In version 21 update, the underwater visuals have been revamped, providing players with a finished and refreshed improved visual experience while exploring the underwater world. Additionally, the directional swimming when standing on an object has been improved, enhancing the overall movement and control of players navigating underwater environment. In version 22, jellyfish have been introduced as an underwater enemy that can be found near some diving point structures. Now these jellyfish have tentacles that can paralyze the player and deal damage upon contact. Players will need to be cautious and strategize their approach when encountering these underwater foes. Additionally, a new type of underwater structures has been added to the game. Now these structures are medium-sized islands with a significant number of chests, and 20 of them generate at the start of each server. Now they are distinct from diving points and will be discovered in different manners, offering players a unique gameplay experience. Now these additions to the underwater world bring more depth and variance to the gameplay, and creating new challenges and opportunities for exploration in the aquatic realms. In version 23, several improvements have been made to the underwater gameplay experience. The textures of the underwater shipwrecks would have been enhanced, adding to the visual aesthetics of the game. Additionally, food crates will no longer spawn underwater and will be replaced with a regular chest, including silver and gold chests, offering players different loot opportunities. Furthermore, sharks and sea monsters now have a presence spawned at underwater structures distinct from diving points. They will now respawn at these locations every 10 minutes after being killed. This adds to the new layer of challenges and excitement for players who venture into depth of the ocean. Additionally, underwater structures now have random name regeneration, which will be more visible when players swim near them, adding to the immersive and exploration aspect of the game. The update also includes bug fixes addressing issues such as kelp and sea urchins not loading based on the distance, and underwater structures not uploading correctly for the first person to join the game. These fixes contribute to a smoother gameplay experience and overall performance. For version 25, introduces several changes related to the underwater exploration. One notable change is a 50% reduction in the rate at which air drains underwater, providing players with more time to explore underwater structures without constantly worrying about their air supply. Additionally, when hovering over discovered underwater structures on the map, the sea exploration bar now changes to water structure diving bar, indicating the progress made towards exploring all underwater structures in the specific server. Now this provides players with a clear visual representation of their progress towards fully exploring the underwater structures in a server. Furthermore, with version 25, players who have successfully explored and loot all underwater structures in the server will now be awarded with the title Bronze Sea Diver. This adds to an additional incentive for players to fully explore underwater structures and complete their underwater exploration goals in a single server. The update also includes the addition of more possible terrain colors to diving spots and underwater structures, enhancing the visual variety and immersive of underwater environment. Lastly, the developers have started working on a seasonal event that will be part of this update, potentially adding exciting new content and experience for players during their designated event period. Version 26 features the completion of Easter event with all new event items now available for players to find and collect. Each player spawns with an egg tome in their backpack, which serves as a guide showing all event items and provides clues on how to locate them. Once all 20 items are found, players are awarded with a badge and 2 event reward items. It's worth noting that event items are not tradable until the event ends, showing fairness and integrity in the event's gameplay and economy. In 27, several changes were made to the behavior of sharks and sea monsters in relation to the ships. The AI of large sharks and sea monsters targeting ships were revamped, with the creature now swimming to the surface, circling the ship and gradually moving into the bite, instead of simply damaging the ship and retreating underwater. While circling, the sharks and sea monsters can change directions, hide underwater briefly, or change the ship with their maneuverability. It varies depending on the species. If players manage to deal 20% of the creature's health while it's circling, it will retreat underwater and de-argo for a period of time, giving players a chance to defend their ship and to avoid random damage. Now these changes were made to provide players with a better chance to defend their ships against sharks and sea monster attacks, as well as to prepare for the addition of sea monster hunting ship attachment in the future updates. The goal is to make ship encounters with sharks and sea monsters more engaging and strategic rather than purely random and uncontrollable, allowing players to actively defend their ships and mitigate damage. Additionally, a large shark could permanently break their targeting when targeting a ship was fixed, improving the overall gameplay and experience. In version 28, a new type of ship part called swivel guns were introduced. Swivel guns can be found as a blueprint from sealed chests, and they are placed in the attachment slot of ships. Now these guns fire arcanium cannonballs, which are imbued with the user's first magic if they have a magic related build. However, if used by a non-magic build, the damage of the cannonballs is greatly reduced, and other types of attachments such as throwing harpoons for strength builds are used. Swivel guns now can be same enchantment types as a cannonball. They're used to hunt regular sharks and sea monsters, with nearby sharks or sea monsters circling the player's ship when they take command of a swivel gun, allowing them to either scare the creature away or kill them. Additionally, the catch ship received an update in this version, with the number of attachment slots increased from 2 to 4. This provides players with more customization options for their catch ships, allowing for more strategic and versatile gameplay. Furthermore, the damage multiplier of Arcanium ship parts for low damage surge magics reduced, likely to balance the gameplay and prevent overpowered combination of magic and ship attachments. In version 29, the game introduced ship attachments for shark hunting that are designed for other builds besides magic. This includes throwing harpoons with scales with strength, harpoon guns with scales with weapons, and net launchers with scales with vitality. These ship attachments provide players with additional options for hunting sharks based on their preferred playstyle and build, allowing them for more verse and gameplay strategies. The update really aims to provide more balance and customization options for players, allowing for players, allowing them to tailor their ship's attachment to specific build and playstyles. Finally, the latest update, version 30 of the game. A new reagent called seaweed has been added. Seaweed can be found on sandy slopes around certain islands underwater and will be used to brew tires from 1 to 3 water-breathing potions. Now this update focuses on underwater exploration, making seaweed an important addition. Additionally, all shore items in the game now have been added descriptions that states they can be used for catalyst in potion brewing. Catalysts control how much reagent will be used, such as drinking, throwing, imbuing, etc. For example, shore items like clams can be used to make drinkable potions, and the potency of the potion depends on the tire of the shore item used. Gold pearls, for instance, would make the strongest drinkable potion. In this update, only drinking catalyst and water-breathing reagents will be added, as they are crucial for the underwater exploration. However, the update following this one will introduce about 30 types of potion reagents and 8 catalysts, resulting in approximately 1,200 different combinations of potions that can be brewed. Cauldrons have been added to some islands, which players can use to brew potions. Currently, players can insert catalyst and varying amounts of reagents into cauldrons, but brewing the potion is not possible yet. It takes 2 catalysts per potion brew, and the amount of reagents added determines the tire and strength of the potion. For example, using tier 1 will result in 1 reagent. For example, using 1 tier, 1 reagent will result in the tier 1 portion, while using 5 tier, 1 reagent will yield a tier 2 portion, and using 10 tier, 1 reagent will result and create a tier 3 portion. Similarly, using 5 tier, 2 reagents will brew a tier 4 potion, and using 10 tier, 3 reagents will produce a tier 5 portion. With that, I conclude all the update details. Thank you for watching. Comment below underwater if you watched it this far. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you later. Bye!